In this video, children, let's discuss about the cumulative frequency curve. This is the last theoretical part of this lesson. Okay, first thing is, what do you mean by cumulative frequency? What do you think? Cumulative. What do you mean by cumulative? A new word. Cumulative means the word cumulative means increasing by addition. Okay, the cumulative means increasing by addition. Let's discuss later about the cumulative, how to find the cumulative frequencies. But the meaning of the word cumulative is increasing by addition. I'll explain this later. And in here we have to follow several steps. First step is we have to construct a cumulative frequency table. I'll explain it. And after that we have to draw the cumulative frequency curve by marking the points. Okay, the method of finding the coordinates of these points is the upper limit of each class interval versus the relevant cumulative frequency. දැන් ඔහොම කොට ගන්න තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම ඉස්සරහදී ඔය ටික කියලා දෙන්නම්. කොහොමද අපි මේ වගේව අඳින්නේ කියලා. නිකන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැනට තේරුම් ගන්න cumulative කියන්නේ increase වෙනවා addition එකෙන්. අපි ඒකේ table එකක් හදන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ coordinates හොයන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපි curve එකක් අඳින්න තියෙනවා. This is the now you can see a image of a cumulative frequency curve. Likewise, you have to draw this type of curve. Okay, now let's see how we can draw the frequency curve. Okay, question is, the following is a frequency distribution of marks in mathematics of students in a class. Construct the cumulative frequency table and draw its cumulative frequency curve. First thing that we have to do is we have to construct the cumulative frequency table. In here there are 3 columns. First 2 columns are same. First column should be class interval and the second column should be frequency. In here class intervals, we can copy these class intervals into this table, and these are the frequencies 2, 4, 6, 5, 4 and 3. Now I have completed the first 2 columns of my frequency cumulative frequency table. Now what about the third column? Third column again මොකද ඔගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ? Yes, third column is cumulative frequency. Can you remember in the previous slide I explained you the meaning of the word cumulative means increasing by addition. Now I'll explain why we call this frequency as cumulative frequency. Okay, this method is very important. You have to catch up them. Okay, a very easy method to find the cumulative frequencies. First thing is very easy thing. First thing is we don't have any frequencies to add. Then first we have to write the first frequency as the cumulative frequency. මුලින්ම කරන්නේ ළමයි අපිට ඇඩ් කරන්න තව මෙතන මීට උඩින් කවුරුත් නැහැ. ඒක නිසා අපි කරන්නේ පළවෙනි frequency එක හැමම cumulative frequency column එකේ ලියනවා. හරි, ඔන්න මතක තියාගන්න. First frequencies are not changed. Cumulative frequency also same as the frequency. Okay, but hereafter the cumulative frequencies will be changed. Okay, the next step is to find the cumulative frequency of this class. You have to add this frequency and this frequency together. Okay, then we have to add 2 and 4. Then what's the result? 2 plus 4 will be 6. Then you have to put that result as the cumulative frequency of this class interval. So cumulative frequency of this 10 to 20 class interval is 6. Okay. මොකද්ද දැන් කරේ මුලින්ම පළවෙනි frequency එක ඕන table එකේ හැමෝම ලියමු. මොකක්ද ඊළඟට කරන්නේ 6 at හැඩයට තමයි යන්නේ. 2 is added with 4. Okay. 2 plus 4 is 6. Result you have to put result to this column. Okay. And now you can continue this method. What should we do? 6 plus 6. මෙයා ඊළඟ ඉන්න එකනත් එක add වෙනවා. 6 plus 6 means is equal to 12. Then 12 plus what? 5. 12 plus 5 will be 17. Then 17 plus 4 will be 21. Then 21 plus 3 equals 24. Okay. Now we have constructed the cumulative frequency table. Now අපි අමාරුම හරිය කරලා ඉවරයි. හරි දැන් තියෙන අපේ curve එක අඳින්න. Before drawing the curve, first we have to find the corresponding coordinates or points coordinates of the points that we have to mark. හරි අපි දැන් curve එකක් අඳිනවා නම් points mark කරන්න ඕන නම් points mark කරන්න අපි xy coordinates හොයන්න ඕන. හරි මෙතනත් වැදගත් දෙයක් තියෙනවා. The coordinates of the points we can find them. We know this coordinate is x coordinate and this coordinate is y coordinate. We can find the x coordinate of each and every point by taking the upper limit of the class interval, relevant class interval. What is the upper limit? What do you mean by upper limit? Upper limit means ඉහළ සීමාව ළමයි. මොකද්ද? In this class interval we can see this limit is the upper limit. In here also this one is the upper limit. So we have to pick the upper limit of each and every class interval as the x coordinates of our points, and then y coordinate should be the cumulative frequencies. Okay, y coordinate should be relevant cumulative frequency. If we choose this class interval, we have to pick this 10 as x coordinate and we have to pick this 2 as cumulative frequency. Okay, now let's continue. That's by using that method we can find the corresponding coordinates of the points. Okay, the upper limit of this class interval is 10 and cumulative frequency is 2. Then coordinate will be 10 and 2. And next one, the upper limit is 20, the cumulative frequency is 6. Then coordinate should be 20, 6. And then 30, 12. Okay, and next one 40 and 70. This one, upper limit is this and relevant cumulative frequency is 17. Then 40, 17. Then 50, 21. And last one 60, 24. Okay, now we found 6 points. Now we can draw the cumulative frequency curve. In here we have to mark these 6 coordinates or points in this Cartesian plane. Now you have to mark 2 axes. We can let's check the x coordinates 10, 20, 30 up to 60. Then we can separate 10 by 10. Okay, I choose scale 5 squares. හරි මේව හරියට කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන මම කොටු පහ ගත්තේ. හරි ඒ විදිහටම කරන්න ඕනේ. Then 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. And then you have to name this axis. The name of this axis is class interval. and now we can mark the y-axis. Now let's check the coordinates of y coordinates 2, 6, 12 up to 24. Then we have to mark up to 24 or 25. Now I am going to mark 5 by 5. In here I chose 1 unit is represented by 1 square. Ne amar deval ගන්න එපා. හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. ඔයගොල්ලන් ගණන් කරන්න ලේසි දේවල්. In here normally we use graph papers. Then you can count the small squares. Then you can count them. Okay. It is very important to take a easy scale. Okay. අපි scale එක ගද්දී අපිට lazy scale එකක් ගන්න. And in here I can count very easily. Why? 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Likewise 10, 15, 20 and last one 25. And we can name this axis also, but in previous videos we name this axis as frequency, but in here this is not frequency, just frequency. Okay, this is cumulative frequency. It's very important to write this term, cumulative frequency. Okay, now if you complete the up to this you can get 1 mark. Okay, you have to use a proper scale and you have to name these two axes. And now you have to mark these points. First point is 10, 2. 10, 2 means in here in x-axis you have to find the 10 and 2. 10, 2 means this one, 10 and 2. And 26, 26. And 30, 12. And 40, 17. 50, 21, last one 60 and 24. Now this step also finish. Then last step is you have to join these points respectively. Okay, කොහොමද අපි මේක join කරන්න ඕනේ? In here you cannot use the ruler. Ruler එක පාවිච්චි කරලා ළමයි මේක join කරන්න නම් එපා, because we are drawing a curve. In a curve the slope is varying from point to point, so we cannot use the rulers. Okay, don't use the rulers. ඔයගොල්ලන් තියෙන්නේ pencil අරගෙන සුමටව ස්මූත් කර්ව් එකක් අඳින්න තියෙනවා. ඒව ඇඳලා පුරුදු වෙන්න ඕනේ. අපි graph අඳිද්දිත් ඕකමනේ කරන්නේ. අපි quadratic equations වල graph අඳිනවා. එතකොට අපි කරන්නේ කොහොමද? අපි ruler එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ. In here don't use the ruler. Okay, it's very important. Now you can join these points. In here we can join them like this. Now I have joined them, and there's another case. Now if you complete up to this step, definitely you can get 2 or 3 marks. Most probably thing is you can get 2 marks. Okay, now there's another mark that you have to take. It is very important. It is about the starting point. What is the starting point? This is not the starting point. We have to join this curve to this x-axis. අපි මේ curve එක මෙහෙම නවත්තන්න යනවා. අපි curve එක x-axis එකට join කරන්න ඕන. So my question is, what is the starting point? This is not the starting point. So the starting point, very very important thing, starting point, you will get 1 mark for choosing the correct starting point. Then the theory of the starting point is the lower limit of the first class interval is the starting point. It is very very important. What is the lower limit of the first class interval. Okay, it should be the starting point. Now, can you remember the table? This is the table. By using this table, we created a cumulative frequency table. But in here, can you see what is the lower limit of the first class interval? What is the lower limit of the first class? This is the first class. This one is upper limit. We discussed, and this one should be the lower limit. So starting point of a frequency cumulative frequency curve should be the lower limit of the first class interval. Very important, first class interval. It should be the lower limit of the first class interval. මේක දැන් මම දිගටම කිව්වේ මේක ගොඩක්ම ඕනේ වෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ වරද්දනවා. හරි? ඒක ඉතින් මේක ටේබල් එකෙන් ටේබල් එකට වෙනස් වෙනවා ළමයි. හැමතිස්සෙම 0 වලට යන්නේ. ඒක මම ඊළඟට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න. හරි? So the starting point should be 0. Then you have to join this line up to this point. Then starting point is 0. Now this is the completed cumulative frequency curve. Now you can see I have joined this point up to this point. Okay, and now next thing, in previous slide I told you that it is not necessary to join to 0. හැමතිස්සෙම ළමයි බිඳුවට සමාන කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකයි මම කියලා දුන්නේ starting point එක වෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? The lower limit of the first class interval. What is the first class interval? In this table, the first class interval is 200 to 300. Now you can see the lower limit of this class interval is not equal to 0. In here, it is equal to 200. Then starting point. එහෙම නැත්නම් starting point එක කියන්නේ ළමයි මෙහෙමයි xy coordinate එක නෙමෙයි මම කියන්නේ අපි x axis එකට join කරන්න කොතනටද? හරි? The starting point should be 200. Then you have to join this to this point. හරි? දැන් first point එක යන්නේ මේක ඇඳලා බැලුවොත් ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් first point එක යන්නේ 305 කියන එක යන්නේ. එහෙනම් මෙතනින් තමයි පටන් ගන්න. මම මේක ඇඳලා තියෙන්නේ 305 කියන්නේ මෙතනනේ. ඊට පස්සේ මම මෙතන එක්කනම් මෙතනට තමයි join කරේ. මම මේක මෙහෙම මෙතනටම මේ 0 ගාවට join කරොත් ඒක වැරදි. හරි? ඔන්න හොඳට තේරුම් ගන්න. starting point එකට ලකුණක් දෙනවා. starting point එක ගන්න. අපි ගන්නවා minimum class interval එකේ lower limit එක තමයි අපි starting point එකට විදියට ගන්න. Now you can do and you can draw the cumulative frequency curves by using this knowledge.